Are you accusing me that I have a boyfriend and my boyfriend bought these clothes for me and I'm gonna hang them up in my closet for everybody to see? It's an awful feeling being accused, knowing that you are telling the truth and there's nothing that you can do about it.
My name's not Ryan.
I never said Ryan. There was a definite infidelity case that led to my divorce. To go through that again, but the tables turned around where I'm the one that's being actually accused. Seems very ironic. What's going on, who's with you, any of that, I'm sick and tired of it.
They needed someone to be able to tell them what's going on when they can't see. How else are they going to get to the truth? Come see me, take a polygraph.
I just want to start fresh. Whether or not that is with him or not, I just need a fresh start.
You know, so that's the thing.
I'm a forensic psychophysiologist. Psycho meaning mind, physiology meaning body. I study how does your mind affect your body. I'm an independent seeker of the truth. Your lie will affect you. Your lie will affect those you love. You can't run from the truth. I'm Ken Donaldson, the lie detective.
These accusations are unreal. They're not based on truth, they're based on past issues, insecurities, fears, phobias of himself. I just didn't realize how bad they were. This is a fairly new relationship. I knew as we were dating there were some trust issues. He has some big trust issues from previous relationships.
Jacqueline. I'm Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
Donaldson with ITR Polygraph.
Nice
How are
to
you?
meet you. Good.
Good. We can go down here into my office here. How are you doing today?
Oh, don't really want to be here, but you know. I'm a teacher with college students, and basically the accusation is that I must be having an affair with one of my students. It's just not in my character, it's not in my nature, it's not who I am as a person. So now I want to do it because I want to clear all of this clutter and this stuff that's going on in my head just for my own self, first and foremost. And if it means moving on with the relationship, then I have something to back me up saying, no, this is not my problem, this is your problem.
Hi, Jacqueline.
Hi.
I'm Ken. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'll just let you do this paperwork with Leslie, and I'll be let's be next door in my office.
And you can decide if you'd like to stand here in my office if you'd like. There's a window there. You are able to see the exam, or you can wait out in the waiting room. It's entirely up to you. I didn't get a chance to talk with him much. Just very private person. Perfect. Okay, we can take you next door. So I really can't say too much about him and his issues or anything like that because I didn't spend much time speaking with him about that, which is too bad. Usually we would like to do that.
So tell me why you guys are here.
Basically, accusations of infidelity.
Okay. So what's
We
happened?
have some trust issues.
Okay. And when did those start to come up?
Pretty much immediately. But it's progressively gotten worse to the point where we have some disillusion as far as what's going on, perception of conversations that didn't happen, voices over the phone that didn't happen. I don't think he's impressed that I'm telling my story. He's very sensitive, very insecure, but again, I have nothing to hide. I was previously married, and my first husband definitely cheated on me. So I understand the trust issues. You can explain your situation.
What about you?
I was common law with somebody for 9 years.
Okay. That the mother of your child?
Yes. And we were just going to get married, and the shit hit the fan, I guess, and we split.
We have to sort of acknowledge that you've had these trust issues before, and your infidelity with your common law wife was a big issue. So I think that's important to know.
She was unfaithful?
Yeah, she was.
And that's what broke the relationship up?
Pretty much, yeah.
He lives and works, so he's only here 50% of the time. So there's too much time away. And all these things start building up and building up. And I just want to know that I've done everything I possibly can and take this aspect of the trust issues away.
Okay, so tell me about your suspicions with Jacqueline.
I started seeing things,
What kind of things?
well, around the house, like the bed sheets, certain stuff going on with that.
I've just had enough accusations and constantly calling, where are you going, who are you talking to? It's ruining my life. It's ruining my life. And I just, for one way or another, I just need to get on with my life, with or without this situation being resolved. And whether or not that is with him or not, I just need a fresh start.
People are phoning her on her cell phone, like students, or I don't know who they are, who phoned me there at one time. Well, actually, I have a recording of a conversation or something, and she denies ever, saying it or knowing anybody by that name.
Well, what is it?
Well, I actually have it on a CD.
Let's see it. Let's see if this thing will play it. Do you know what this conversation is?
Absolutely, I know.
Can you just tell me about it before we listen to it?
It is a conversation that she's having with me.
Mm-hmm.
He actually taped a conversation that him and I were having, but he perceives I'm having it with somebody else. And in his mind, he absolutely hears clearly that I'm speaking to another person that I'm having an affair with.
Okay, so you're gonna hear this phone ring.
Is that your phone?
You're gonna hear it ring again. Hold on.
He had used a voice-activated recorder in the kitchen of their home and recorded some things over a period of time and some conversations. And there was things that he said he could hear on there. I listened to it. I really couldn't make out a lot of it. My boyfriend something and something, does she love you?
We're arguing over the fact that there's pieces of clothing that he found previously in my closet that he's questioning on where they came from. They've been in my closet forever.
What type of clothing?
Tops. He has never seen them before, so who bought them for you? And I'm saying, are you accusing me that I have a boyfriend and my boyfriend bought these clothes for me and I'm going to hang them up in my closet for everybody to see?
But my name's not Ryan, though.
I never said Ryan.
I couldn't make it out.
But the very starting, when she says the name Ryan, it's...
I hear something boyfriend. I heard that.
Well, if you'd listened to it more than once, you might.
I listened to it 2 times. I'm happy to listen to it more than 2 times, but I don't know that I'm going to get a lot more out of it. I say let's design some questions and let's use that name that you think is on there. Okay. Because if you listen to it more than twice, I'm not going to argue with you about what it says. You probably know better than I do.
There's a belief that there's a student that I'm having a relationship with.
There
is a Ryan. He's gay.
I won't use the word. We're going to design a test, and I like to use things that are all-encompassing in my test. Have you had sexual contact with anybody other than? Let's put a date in there.
Absolutely.
Right?
I met my husband in high school. I've known him since he was 14 years old. There has never been any other sexual relationships other than my first husband and. Okay. End of story.
Now, this phone call was
May 5th.
The 5th of May?
So you say, did you have conversations with Ryan on May 5th?
Yeah, we'll ask her. Will I even ask about conversations? Why don't we just ask her if she's having a relationship with Ryan? Oh. Do you think it's a sexual relationship that's happening right now, or has happened up till now?
That's what I'm believing.
Okay. So I'm going to ask a question. Did you lie about a conversation with Ryan last Monday?
No.
Okay. Is that a fair question for this test? I have room for three relative questions. The first one's going to be sexual contact with anybody other than you since August of 2007. Second question is, have you had a sexual relationship with anybody named Ryan since that date? And the third question I'm going to ask you is, did you lie about a telephone conversation with anyone named Ryan on Monday?
May 5th.
Monday, May
Yeah.
5th. Okay.
Can we say Ryan or any other student?
For which question? The telephone conversation or the sexual
Because it could be
relationship?
Ryan, it could be Chris, it could be, I've heard various names.
Well, I've got anyone.
Yeah.
Other than, anyone other than him. And that, to me, that's the money question, okay? That'll tell you what's going on.
There was a serious incident, and I called my father over to help out of a very, very volatile situation. My kids were extremely upset, and it was because of this CD.
Okay.
So he has presented himself as being very untrusting, and it's blown
Actually,
our
there's another
relationship.
question we can maybe throw in there.
Emotions are running high.
Yeah.
Remember when I was talking to you, like maybe January 14th thereon or so, when I heard someone ask, is your back still sore?
Oh, right. Yes, there's a male voice on the phone.
I was talking to her
At 6:30 in the morning, he is accusing of a male being in my bedroom, and him physically hearing the male
Here at
voice
your
in my
And
home.
you're at work?
He's at work, and both my kids are at home.
It's up to you. If you want me to use that question in lieu of one of the other relevant questions, I'm happy to. Okay? Any illegal drug use in the last 24 hours?
No.
Alcoholic beverage in the last 24 hours?
No.
So, Jacqueline, are you going to be able to forget me now after this?
You took 2?
Ja.
Extra strength or regular strength?
I can show you what they are.
Okay.
Jacqueline.
I'll just see the bottle. Okay? The specific issue test, I run 3 or 4 times. I want consistent data over a period of time. It's not like if you've ever seen some of these things on TV where people will give you the thumbs up or the thumbs down after one question. It's not the way this works. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you to leave the room.
There's still a lot of anger that I'm dealing with. Why do I have to do this? The fact that he actually still believes up to this point, getting to the questions, it's upsetting.
Put this around your stomach.
I'm telling the truth,
Not too tight.
and I'm trusting completely in the scientific process. What the outcome is, I don't know.
Like I said,
really
once
don't
I
know.
inflate it, I'm just going to reach over and give it. All right, Jacqueline, this test is about to begin. Just remain as still as you can and answer me simply with a yes or a no, please. Regarding your sexual activity, do you intend to answer truthfully each question about that?
Yes.
Prior to 2007, other than what you told me about, did you ever lie to someone you loved?
No.
The real issue is trust. Totally an issue of trust more than an issue of fidelity. This was exactly the tool they needed. They needed someone to be able to tell them what's going on when they can't see. How else are they going to get to the truth? Come see me, take a polygraph. Did you lie about sexual contact with anyone other than since August 2007?
No.
Did you lie about a sexual relationship with Ryan at any time since August 2007?
No.
Did you lie about a telephone conversation with anyone named Ryan on Monday, May 5th?
No.
All right, that concludes that chart. Just relax. Hand okay?
Yeah. Just feel my heart going.
That's normal.
Okay.
So feel free to stretch, whatever. I'm going to now print and score these
Okay.
charts. So it's going to take me some time,
Okay.
and then I'll talk to you and as soon as I'm done, okay?
Okay.
Simple, yet it's not. I'm monitoring a person's physiological reaction to the stimulus. They're writing their own charts. I'm not writing their charts, but their body is telling me what's going on with their mind. What you're going to see coming across the screen is 4 different lines. I'm recording 4 channels of data simultaneously. So if you look at the screen, I've got these 2 markers that are P2 and P1. Both are breathing. Here in the green, the 3rd line down, is galvanic skin response, or how much a person is perspiring. Red is going to be the cardio. Well, the 3 relevant questions mixed into a series of other questions. The question sets are stable. The only thing I can change are control or relevant questions. So the first questions are things that I would know the answer to. Is your first name Jacqueline? Is today Monday? These are questions to help her get her started in the test to look at her homeostasis or her normal body's functioning. Then I may introduce the subject that we're testing for. Regarding your sexual activity, do you intend to answer truthfully each question about that?
Yes.
I'm comparing control questions to relevant questions. So I'm going to have a look at where she is afraid that I'm going to catch her in a lie. I really only am curious as to what's going on with those things timely with the stimulus, that carefully worded question. Now here we're coming up to the first control question, C4. Prior to 2007, did you ever lie to avoid trouble?
No.
Yeah, that bothered her that I asked her that question. She has a bit of a galvanic skin response to that question where she really hasn't had too much going on before. She wasn't telling us the truth about that question.
Well, yeah, there's lots of white lies that you just don't want to tell. I've absolutely not told the truth to people that I love to protect them, but to actually go against something lawful and lie to them to avoid trouble, all those things start going through your head. And it's just a weird feeling.
Did you ever lie to avoid trouble?
No. Just feel like a child all over again. You know what I mean?
Prior to 2007, did you ever lie to avoid trouble? Well, of course she had. We all have done that. R5 was a relative question. Did she lie about sexual contact with anybody other than since the day they started dating?
No.
Now, if she was here lying to me about her sexual fidelity, she would have huge reactions to those questions. In fact, her reactions to those questions were quite minor. Her big reactions were to the other questions, the control questions. Ken, to come in?
Sure.
Happy to go over the results with them.
He's ready for you.
The pessimistic side of me will say, he'll find that 2% of something wrong today because he doesn't trust anybody. He won't trust this process.
Lots of times in relationships, little bits of untrust go for a while, they build, they get bigger, and then you don't know what to do about it, right? And sometimes if you can just get that open communication going, it's just the best thing to do. And it's not very untypical for relationship problems like this. One partner works away for a week at a time and is home for 3 or 4 days and then gone for another week, had some suspicions of his partner, so wanted to bring her in here to have a test to find out for sure whether she was having a sexual affair. Ever reviewed Jacqueline's charts? I can tell you honestly that I can see no deception in her on those 3 questions. She's telling you the truth. I use what's called a numerical scoring system. She's got to be plus 4 or better. She scored at a plus 10. She hasn't had sex with anybody but you since August of 2007. She did not have a phone conversation on May 5th with somebody in the name of Ryan. And the other question was, I just have the file here, hang on. She hasn't had a sexual relationship with anybody by the name of Ryan since August 7th of 2007. That was the other question. I can tell you that without a doubt in my mind. I stand behind that.
He's brought in his own evidence today that where our questions were based on. And so I guess the fingers are pointing at him now. And I'm sure that feels pretty awful.
At least you know you can trust her. Up till now, today, she hasn't had sex with anybody but you since the time you guys started your relationship. At least there's a place where you can start to try and rebuild your trust. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
He asked it if I am going to forgive him after this. I think deep down, yes. Is it going to happen today? Probably not. Will it happen tomorrow? Probably not. Will it take many counseling sessions? Yes. I wish we could just start over, because there is a good person underneath there.
I don't believe that relationships should be just a throwaway thing. They clearly love each other, so I truly believe and hope for that they can put their relationship back together and go forward. Today is one step in that direction.
It just doesn't make me feel any better at all. I guess more pessimistic than ever. I've shattered his belief system because it's easier to blame somebody else than it is to look at your own problems. So I'm just gonna need to take some time to just breathe and recharge so that I can help him more than anything. Whether or not he's gonna accept that help or not, I don't know.
Is there some things we could maybe help them with? Like, help them to try and mend their fence?
They have a counselor.
Okay. I don't know if he believes the results, that's all. I get that kind of weird feeling.
I'm telling you, I run these charts all the time.
Yeah.
She's a slam dunk truth teller.
Well, I just wanted to see that he felt a little bit better. You know, we've had clients that, you know, just hug each other and embrace each other and say, I love you and thank you for taking the test. And he was a little standoffish. I feel badly.
You know, he's probably not very comfortable being here.
Right.
You know, so he's going to have to go home and reevaluate what he's doing.
Yeah.
And it's their trust issue,
Well,
not ours.
Yeah,
So
they seem like a nice couple, and they're, you know, going forward in life. So hopefully they can put it all together and get over that distrust. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Another
so
one bites the dust.
All right. Well, good.
Maybe somebody will lie to us tomorrow.
Well, we'll see. Hi, Jacqueline. It's Leslie Donaldson with ITR Polygraph.
Hi, Leslie. How are you?
I'm doing well. We were just worried about you. We wanted to make sure you're okay.
Well, thanks so much for calling.
You're more than welcome. If you need anything, you can call Ken and I at ITR, and we'll do our best to help you, okay?
Awesome. That's great.
All right.
Thanks so much.
You're more than welcome, Jacqueline. You take care, okay? All right. Bye-bye. She's doing good. They're just kind of coasting through the weekend. It was pretty quiet through the weekend.
Yeah, that's a good
Everything
thing.
was okay. They're just kind of taking it one day at a time.
Just glad that that's working out for him.
Yeah, I feel good having called her.